Hi, this is Geoff Livingston, and this is my basic Landscape Lightroom tutorial. Enjoy.
The first thing to do is to obviously locate the image that you want to do. I'm kind of torn between this one and actually this one, which I need to flag both of these guys so I can find them later. In case you don't know how to use the flag function, you go over here, filters, flagged. Let's just go to these guys right here. So that one's cleaner, but it's a little bit overexposed. This one's a little bit underexposed in the shadow area, but probably a nicer image, as you can see with these clouds here. So let's work on this one. I'm going to assume you don't have any presets. So the first thing I would do is just try to look at this and correct any kind of light issue. As you can see, our histogram over here shows that we have a little bit of a darker image. So let's go here. Ooh, that's a little bit light. Let's move that back just a dash. Black, and then let's open up the shadows to see if that does anything. That moves our histogram over just a bit, yeah. So I love opening the shadows with landscapes and then removing the highlights a little bit. We're still just a bit light, and now you can see I'm moving the histogram over, okay? And I did that manually by just dragging it. You can do that over here as well. By doing things like this, lightening, darkening, lightening, darkening. Now I do like a darker sky, particularly with the sunset, but this is pretty cool. Now again, with the landscape, you can do really crazy things like clarity. A lot of people tend to underestimate clarity, but with a landscape, I think it makes a big difference. I love contrast. You can see we have some color, but let's also make sure that we have our white balance set. So this is how it was shot, and right there you can see 6300. So that's roughly I would say that's probably the cloudy setting, a little bit lighter. It was on auto. That's what cloudy looks like. With a sunset like this, I actually tend to push it towards shade so we can get a little more color. See that? And then I might move it up a little more and make it a little more magenta. It looks pretty nice. I like that. It's got that nice sunset feel to it. Now we got a lot of dirty water in there. Let's see if we're sharp over here. A little sharper there. Okay. Let's sharpen a tad. And when we move down here to lens corrections and sharpening area, first before I do that, I love to correct any lens issues that I might have, and then I sharpen. And sharpening here goes like that, and then we go like this. And you see these spots over here? When we go masking, see that? That probably indicates I have some dust spots in the shot, which means I need to clean my sensor. How embarrassing. But we will do that. We'll take care of those in a moment. But first, let's go over here, reduce noise a little bit, and let's take back another look at these leaves here and go 1 to 1 and see how they're looking. It's okay. I think you could probably get away with this shot on the internet. It looks like it's sharp enough. It's not ideal though. I can tell that there's some issues, particularly if we go in. No, it's actually not so bad, but this is probably good enough, and we can work with it. And what we'll do here is continue to edit here. And now you can see we got some stuff going on with the water. It's kind of dirty, so let's maybe do a little cleanup here. This is the spot removal. I will go in. Now, if you're posting your photos on National Geographic, this is going to be a big no-no, but we're not, and I don't care, and it looks terrible. So let's just get these cleaned up a little bit. Look at that. See you later. I didn't really like that spot removal there. Looks a little weird. There you go. And with this one here, that's definitely not working for me. Let's delete that, and we'll keep that one for a little bit. And we'll move over here, and we'll go over here. This one would be a big pain in the butt, so I could do that. I might not do it because it'll probably take me about 3 minutes, and I don't want to do that because I'm lazy sometimes when it comes to this stuff. All right. That looks good. Now, what are we going to do about this guy over here? I don't know. Maybe we'll see how it looks now we pan out again. Okay, it's a little bit better. It's a little more clean. Still a little bit dirty though. I might clean up some more. Look at this. See you later. Just trying to get some of these nasty bigger spots out. I mean, again, it's a pond. It's going to be dirty. It's just kind of the way it is. I'm not trying to create the immaculate 8,000 like photo on Instagram. What I am trying to do is create a lovely, nice photograph to use online and share with my friends. So I kind of like that. That looks really good. You know, at this point, I might go into the highlights a little bit and see how that looks right here. And since it's a sunset, I think instead of using the usual gold, now here's how this looks when you saturate it all the way. See how that adds that gold hue to it? Now that adds a nice little touch here in the clouds and over there. But now if we go over here, see how it adds a little magenta to it? Lovely, lovely little sunset there. I really like that. Now for the shadows, normally I would do blue, right? And now that looks like that. I don't really like that much again for a sunset. So what I might do is actually mess with it a little bit and kind of go with a little bit of a gold hue to it. Maybe a little pinkish. There we go. So with that, I think you could probably stop, but you know, I tend to like to go further. So right there you have a very good photo, very lovely mirror image, but we can look at our profiles and see if we can go even further. So when you use Adobe Lightroom, one of the things it comes with is a package filled with different colors and lights, right? So these are filters, basically. Now, they have a whole bunch of them. Here are the artistic ones. That kind of gives it this crazy orangish hue. There's a purplish hue. Golden. I'm not really in love with any of these. Let's see if we got any more that look a little more exciting with the modern. Not really liking that either. No. That's kind of cool with the matte, but it's like a little bit too much. But let's say hypothetically we wanted to do that, but just a dash. See this here? There's a slider that lets you go all the way crazy, which completely kills all the color to the original shot. Let's say we just do like a 10% little grade on that, which just adds just a dash, right? Before, maybe 40%, right? After. Nice matte, but it kind of does mute all that nice, lovely contrast. So I think we'll keep moving on. Let's look at the modern guys. Same stuff. It's all right. You know, each of these is really just a filter that Adobe adds again. Let's check out modern. I kind of like, again, that matte look. And this one seems to be a little less intrusive. It just makes everything a little bit lighter. See how it moves the histogram up? So let's, and the histogram again is right here. So let's do this at 10% because I like a little bit lighter. And boom. And we will close that. Well, actually, we did about 15%. And now I'm going to do a little more play with it because, again, I'm that guy that's always messing with his photos. We can really oversaturate the daylights out of this, and you see people do this all the time on Instagram, but that drives me bananas. But I don't see anything wrong with adding a little bit of a 10% little pop on that. And maybe let's reduce those highlights just a dash more to kind of bring out that sky. That looks pretty good. Now, remember when we saw those dust flecks in there? Let's go in and see if we can find anything. All right, let's see. I am not seeing any dust flecks. Maybe that was just some clouds or something, but let's be really smart about it and go back to our sharpening tool. See if we've got any spots. Nope, looks like we got them. Oh. See that right here? Yeah, let's go right there. Yeah, there it is. Yep, just really, really minor, but still there. Just want to make sure we get that guy out of there. That's just totally unprofessional work when you have that kind of spot in there. See, just a little bit off on those. These are just not quite 100% sharp, but over here they seem to be good enough. And I think when you look at it at a 1:1 pixel ratio, it's satisfactory enough that you can get away with this photo. Let's go in 4:1. Let's take a look there. Yeah, see, it's just a little bit pixelated, but good enough. All right, so there's one photo for you. Voila. We have to make sure that our crop is good. Now this photo is actually pretty nice, and there's not much to crop or share. It was, I like the way it was shot, but still it pays sometimes to just look at how things are. This is the rule of thirds. Now if you use the O button on Lightroom, it'll skip you through a whole bunch of different types of filters to kind of look at how things look, how the crops look. This is centering, all that stuff. When you look at the rule of thirds on this particular photo, this one kind of breaks it because the subject, or if you would, the mountain's in the dead center of it, but the photo is really kind of a total landscape, so I don't think it really matters that much. That being said, if you wanted to try to crop it to the rule of thirds, you would go like this, right? Boom. And then you can see that the reflection happens right on the lip there. Now, in my case, I would probably roll it over just a dash like this, and you would have it there, and then also these random branches over here get cut off. This looks okay. I don't like it as much because I like the water reflections that we were getting with the sky and the dirty water right here. So I'm going to keep it like that. However, I might go like this and take a 4/5 cut or a medium format cut and go back over like this. In that case, I cut off those goofy branches over here. I have a nice, big, lovely kind of a full reflection. The tree on the right is on the right third. The tree on the left is on the left third. It's pretty well cut. It's a nice image. So that is going to be how I'm going to export it. I will probably do it as Arizona Pond Sunset medium format. And what's today's date? I recorded this on the 6th, and boom. Now if I want to change that, I might go like this and have an original cut just in case I, for whatever reason, lose this and the only backup I have is the JPEG. So then we go like this, full cut, voila. From there, I will simply upload the photos to Dropbox where I store my images, and at some point I will share this online, and of course I will share it with the video. Cheers.
Thanks for listening. I hope you'll join me on February 11th for my Lightroom tutorial in Arlington, Virginia. See you then, and have a great day.